Let me know when you're ready.
I'm always ready now. Yeah, everybody, it's me, Leroy. That's right. I'm back, me. And I just want to welcome everybody because this is our first show of season 4. That's right. 4. Yeah, taste your fingers. But yeah, we've been doing the show for 4 years. Madness Inc. 4th season. Welcome! And it's the season. Shh. You have to guess what the season is going to be called. At the end of the season, we will tell you. But it's the 4th season. But yeah, what? I'm going too long? It's time for Leroy time. Leroy time. Leroy time. Yep. I got me comic books. Look at the comic books. Let's start with the Veil. I read this one last time. It was like this girl wakes up in the sewer surrounded by rats. It's getting interesting. I do recommend you pick up the Greg Rucka, Tony Tony Fajula. I can't pronounce it. Look at the name. Fajula. I can't pronounce that name. But pick up. It was interesting. Now this next one, the Mad Montreal girl who's asleep again, likes this one. It's called Bad Blood. Yes, it's about the vampire who got cancer. And he goes after other vampires in this one. Whoops, I should have said spoiler warning. I thought it was the guy who gets cancer who got bit by. Well, that's right. But he's a vampire now who's got cancer. If you remember the first one, he was a guy who had cancer, got bit by a vampire. Now he's a vampire with cancer. Think about it. Did you think about it? Okay, now the next one, okay, this is kind of like a coffee table of sin, but not really because I only heard about this book recently, and I was told it was very good. Show number 1, The Wraith. That's from the people who did the Lock and Key books. At first it starts off as kind of this weird kind of book. Go to number 2 now. That's number 2. I know it says Joe Hill, number 2. Then show number 3. As you can tell, the book is getting a bit more bizarre. And number 4, look at the bunny. And the bunny is violent. This book has violence. And then number 5 gets freaky. I don't know what the story really is about, but I do know it's freaky violent, and I like it.
It looks almost like the same car from the number 1.
The number 1, same car. It's about the car, and there's like, see that, go back to number 3 there. See the crazy girls? There's some crazy girls with big, wide mouths in this thing. They scary. But there's violence.
I think I know what's called Joe Hill.
Because he's one of the characters. That's right, I know, Joe Hill. He's one of the guys. It's interesting. But, yeah, it's if you really want to read something late at night, and we kind of have weird dreams, read The Wraith. That's it for me. See you next week. In the meantime, I think the big monkey wants to speak. Yeah! Big monkey time! Whee! Hey! Greetings and salutations, boys and girls, men and gents, ladies and girls, everybody out there. This is Madness Inc. It's our 4th season. Hard to believe, yes, 4 seasons with this voice, radio announcer voice. That's right. From now on, we're going to do this voice. Look at comic books. No, we're not going to do that voice. You guys would be annoyed if I did that voice all the time, but it is our 4th season. Kind of scary that we started doing this 4 years ago. Wow.
Is it the season of the witch?
No.
Man.
As Leroy said, this will be a secret season. Every season we've had a certain name or theme to it. Season 1 was just me ranting. Season 2 became the season of the puppets. Or the Muppets. Season 3 became the, so let's pull back a bit season. Well, Season 4 has a theme to it. We know what it is. It's up to you guys to figure out what it is. And remember, viewer discretion is advised. So we're going to start off with movies this week. I know, something different. Okay, I got this week as a gift. It's The Complete Metropolis. This is Fritz Lang's movie with The Found 25 minutes more. This is one of those Blu-rays, I tell you, if you're a movie guy, if you're a science fiction guy, if you are a comic book guy, or you want to learn how to draw stuff, pick this movie up. Their imagery in this thing is so iconic, it is so wow. It's a must-have. Now, speaking of comic book movies, alright, from the guys who did the Turtles, War of the Worlds, Goliath, a steampunk animated version of the War of the Worlds. It was fun. I must admit, geeked out, saw it, picked it up, enjoyed it, watched it. It was a fun one. I recommend it. But don't go too crazy. Just buy the DVD one. Don't go. I think there's a Blu-ray out there. there's no extra features on the Blu-ray unless you have a Blu-ray player only, but for a couple of bucks it was worth it. So I guess I should get to the comic books, huh? Okay. Yes, I know you're thinking, hey, but why aren't you in the Mad Man Cave? And no, that's not the season. It's not. We're going to film in the hallway. We just figured it's late at night. It's been a big read tonight. We had a lot of books to read, and half the crew is out. They're wiped out. So, you know, Allison's out of commission. Mad Munchaugo's out of commission.
She wasn't going to be.
Well, she's out. You know, Lowry might be sending us a message soon. I've heard he might be sending us a message soon. But Dr. Cool is, apparently, from what I hear, he's passed out. Slim's gone out drinking again. Slim's starting to pick up the bottle. What if it's a family trait with those guys? And, you know, you saw Leroy. And the cute one.
I don't have any books.
She has no books. Since they canceled Doctor Who, the cute one has no books.
And there hasn't been any Fairy Quest or Oz. Come on.
I know. It's like, you know,
Give me
really.
something to read.
So we're going to find stuff for her next week to read. Somehow we will find something for the cute one to read. But am I digressing? Well, I am, because you know why? We're going to do something different. We're going to start with the alternates today. Right off the bat, Valiant. It was an okay read. It's Valiant. It's up and down. It was alright. Now, this is one of the Allison insert topic here comic books. Lobster Johnson. I've been reading it too. I think we've all been reading it. It's a fun read. It's one of those kind of comic books it's a different take on a superhero. It's kind of like, you know, 1940s serial, but then in the comic book form. Now, here's one I recommend for all you horror fans out there. I love this guy's artwork. I'll always pick it up. Richard Corbin. Yes, Richard Corbin. Pick it up. You must. I mean, this is... I know some people say, well, he always draws these big heads and big muscles. So what? It's Richard Corbin. It's cool. Alright, here's one that I think me and Leroy enjoy a lot. God is Dead. Yes. It's getting really interesting. This is like their second season, or their second series of it. It's getting interesting. The artwork's still so-so, but the covers are cool and so forth, and I like it. And guess what? It's another #1 today. From Garth Ennis and Facundo Percio. That's right. Science fiction horror. If you guys ever saw the movie Event Horizon, here's a hint. You might like this comic book. This is one of the Mad Munchaugo comic books. She's been enjoying this series. She actually really liked this cover a lot, too. Suicide Risk. And in fact, she liked it so much, I actually said she could have this as the alternate cover of the week, which it is. So I'm going to actually do something I don't normally do. I'm going to tell you what the best cover of the week is and tell you why. I saw this cover. It's an alternate. And I went, wow, that cover really stuck out on the shelf. So I picked it up. It was a #1. It's called Dead Letters. Best cover of the week. And the story's not bad. This guy, I'm not going to give you too much of a spoiler, wakes up not really remembering who he is. Coinkydink or not, I don't know, but it was a good read. I'm actually looking forward to #2. The artwork's not exactly my favorite type of artwork. I mean, it is a little on the anime, cartoony style a little bit, you know, kind of comic bookish, cutish. But the story is violence, which Leroy likes. It's got that kind of film noir little touch that I like. It's all around not a bad #1. So, best cover of the week, Dead Letters.
What's that in the reflection there? Spoiler, maybe?
Yes, maybe, I don't know.
We don't know yet.
No spoilers.
Nobody knows yet.
No spoilers. Alright, this thing had a couple of covers. I did not go with the pink cover. I mean, somehow the pink with this character seems wrong, but Judge Dredd, fun read.
It does seem wrong.
Now this one, beautiful artwork on the inside. The cover's a bit dark, and the artwork this time was a bit dark, but the story's interesting. Monsters and Madman #2. IDW is a company to look out for. Look at that beautiful artwork. I love that kind of like sort of painted artwork that's a bit different. And I also like the BD style stuff, such as Black Science, BD style sci-fi. Yeah, good read. Very European style. I love it. Good story. Starlight. I mean, I love the characters. Great. I mean, you know, should I say a spoiler at the end?
Spoiler alert.
Okay, I'm not going to share the words. Last page. Look at that look. That's a great panel. Full page. Hiding the words. You can't read it. Now, this was also a very good cover. It's a series I always tell people I recommend. I still do. Elephant Man. Beautiful cover. Okay. Great writer. I know I pretty much buy all this guy's books that he writes, except I didn't buy the Terminator one, but I have been enjoying Apocalypse AI. Good read. Which only leaves me one alternative book left. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't do this too often, but for some odd reason, this guy's books, they come out, I read them, and I'm like, you have to buy this book. He only does miniseries. This one, by coincidence, the guy sort of wakes up somewhere. He has no memory of what's going on. So it's got 2 books, both #1s this week, the same kind of original start, but they both go a different way. There's also a lot of violence in this comic book, but I'm telling you right now, this one is a must-buy. Pick it up. You want an alternate comic book that's well-written, that makes you going, I wonder what the heck's going on. This is it. Okay, it's by Roy Brisson & Co. It's called The Field. I mean, it's kind of like one of those movies where you think, oh, I know how the movie's going to go. Oh, within 5 minutes I can predict it. Then you get to the end, you're like, I didn't see that coming. Most comic books I pick up, I go, oh, I can figure this thing out. Like the other one, I kind of knew what was going on after the first 4 or 5 pages. This one, but I got to the end, I was like, what the heck? Pick this one up. I recommend this one. This is one of the ones I'll even tell Shane to pick up. You heard me. Shane, pick this up. You know what I'm talking about? Come Back, Sheltered, The Field. Pick it up. No plot twist here, except here comes a DC flip. Hey, from Vertigo. Fun read. One of the worst covers yet, but fairest. I didn't like the cover. The mice are really cool. I mean, the mice are great, but the angle on her is weird. Well, it fades too much at the top. Interesting read. Jeff Lemire's Trillium. Very interesting. The best Vertigo title cover, The Wake. Also a good read. And yes, I know this came out last week, but they didn't put it in my box. They missed it. Shall we get to the regular DCs now? All right, new #1. I know, #1s again. But it's Aquaman and the Others. Interesting read. I'm looking forward to #2. Earth 2. Still interesting. I'm still enjoying it. Bit disappointed story-wise and art-wise, and especially in the cover. Green Lantern let me down. Batwing. Okay. I will say that this is DC's cover of the week, except for one thing. I hate the major background color. The story wasn't bad, but it is the best cover for everything else. I just hate that main color. Yellow is not my color, but if you avoid the yellow and look at the bat, the image in the bat, and the story wasn't bad. Detective. Best DC cover. Disappointing read. Shane, I'm sorry, but I think you might agree with me. When you read this one, it's not as good as the previous issues. Once more, Shane, you'll agree with me, make this a Vertigo title. Fun read, but I'm getting tired of it. That's right, Stormwatch. Okay, very, very, very disappointing book. The artwork was a big letdown. Trinity of Sin crossover. It's like it felt rushed. I mean, look at the panel. It just felt like it was a rush drawn. Not impressed. Found Stranger, big letdown. Also a letdown. Great paper quality. Artwork was so. I'm so looking forward when Romita takes over. But Action Comics, I got bored. The artwork let me down again. It's just inconsistent. And I'm looking forward to Romita taking over. Been a good series for me all along. I've been enjoying it. The movement. I enjoy the series. You know, it's supposed to be the opposite of the Green Team, which I don't read, which got canceled. The movement's getting canceled too, but at least this one's been fun to read. Yeah, well, big letdown, of course. Green Arrow. Not happy with this issue. It was just, it read slow. To bring back Shadow in this way was just, Mike Grell did it best when it came to that. Done. So that's it for DC. Here we go. Ready? Flip back. And, of course, Marvel stuff. Little mini poster, the original Sin coming out. A little checklist, which is kind of cute. Yes, another crossovers. Okay. I'm not a fan of the artwork, but I love the writing. Moon Knight #2. Well written. Artwork gives me a bit of a headache. Good artwork. bit of a slower story this week. Black Widow. Okay, I have a soft spot for this guy. I do. I just do. Captain America. Yes. I'm Canadian and I like Captain America. Hard to explain, you know? But then again, when you think of it this way, America is actually a continent. Haha. It is. People in the United States should actually call themselves Statesians. But, you know, I'm a Statesian. That sounds weird when they say it, so they say American. But American basically means continent, so he's Captain North America Continent. Okay, that's...
the Americas. So.
Well, yeah, he's Captain of the America, the whole continent.
Just all the
all
Americas.
of it. And not to sound me red, white, and blue. As you guys know, I'm from Montreal. The Montreal Canadiens are red, white, and blue. The Montreal Alouettes are red, white, and blue. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. Montreal guy.
Coincidence? I think not.
Captain America. Okay, I'm just saying. You might want to pick up the Punisher. It was a good read. All right. I might have skipped this if I looked at it properly, because I don't like reading comic books that lead to movies. And I thought this was the regular issue, but it's actually the prelude to the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which I read, which kind of gives you a bit of a spoiler. But then again, some movies you have to read the prelude, so I say pick it up anyway. It's Marvel's best cover of the week. Star-Lord reprints old stories, but I love the new cover. And I actually like these I love these old stories. I mean, it's just fun to read the old Star-Lords. Yes, back when he wore a different outfit. Fun read. Next one is, and we're getting to the end of this, Loki. It's interesting. I'll give it that much. So on this one, but it was still a fun read. New Warriors again. I got one comic book left, and actually there's 2 comic books left.
3.
No, that's not a comic book.
Oh.
Spoilers. All right. Okay, I'm going to rant about this one, okay? I love the What If series from Marvel. I love when they take a story and go, what if? This was the worst What If I've ever read. Especially after all the hype for the Age of Ultron, to do a What If that was this boring, this predictable, was a major letdown. I mean, it's sort of like a brown stain on the What If legacy. This was not a good What If. I was expecting so much more from a What If Ultron than this thing. I know, it was just, yeah, it just wasn't good. Leaves me one comic book. Last comic book of the night, Inhuman #1. I'd actually say it was kind of interesting. It felt more like I was reading Elementals. If you know Elementals, you know Comico. It was a good read. It was a fun read. But I will say one thing, it gives Marvel advantage, because they did this. If you bought this, most decent comic book stores gave you this, and this I love. That is cool. It's basically a backing board, a very flimsy one, but it's a small mini print of one of the characters. And I like this. I mean, I really like this. This is a nice marketing plug, because this is like, you know what, hey, that's cool. It's actually good paper stock, too. Why can't Marvel do all their comic books like this? So that's it for the comic books for this week. Like I said, for our fans who don't really care about comic books, who watch our channel, I know we're trying to get back up to doing other stuff, but as you guys know, I'm gonna rant a bit here. Mad Montreal Girl and Allison were in a car accident last year. We, of course, in BC, you get medical bills and they pile up, so we're a bit behind in debts and people aren't feeling well and everything else. Our camera's not exactly in the best of shape, so yeah, we're trying to get the other stuff done. We're trying. Summer's almost here. I'm actually finally getting over pneumonia, which you guys didn't really realize I have. I've been suffering from pneumonia for about 2 months now. 2 months of feeling like I'm drowning. So hopefully things will get better soon. Knock on wood. We'll get back to doing all the regular stuff and a few other things too, because this is season 4 and we have a few things planned. Some new things.
Maybe Daughter of Who?
Daughter of Who will be returning. Yes, we still have 2 episodes in the can that we've never finished, which we have to finish. We will be doing Daughter of Who this year, this summer, but not like the little mini bits. We'll actually be doing like actual story chapters.
At least like
a couple. So look forward to that. We have other plans too, but like I said, we're just slowly getting back on our feet. So thank you for your patience, and spread the word, because, I might even start doing radio announcer voice guy more often. And on that note, we'll see you next week. Good night, everyone. By the way, shout out to Barry Dallas, who did the retro review with me. He gave me this movie, and we will be doing more retro reviews soon. Shout out to our loyal fans who keep on sending me emails and asking about Leroy and Lowry and everybody else. And, of course, there's a special lady in Ireland we got to send a shout out to. We send her all our love because she puts up with Shane watching this show on the big screen every Thursday morning. So you know who I'm talking about. We love you. We love the big guy. And ladies, I'm sorry, he's spoken for. And on that note, so am I, because I got to get some work done. Later.